All right. Mike, you got a big smile on your face. What are you doing here?
Just here to hang out with you. That's all.
Are you the Bachelor?
I have no idea.
Well, why are you doing an interview with me today?
Talk about Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if maybe you were like in town, like having some talks about being the Bachelor.
Not at all.
Not at all?
0%.
No talks about being the Bachelor?
0.
Really?
Really?
Okay, because a lot of people are excited about the idea of you potentially being the first Black Bachelor.
I'll be the first Black Bachelor. I'll be the first Bachelor that's a veteran. I'll be the first Mike Johnson. So yeah, it's more than just being the first Black Bachelor.
Well, look, you're a super charismatic guy. People are attracted to this big smile you're giving me right now. I gotta say, you know, I mean, Bachelor usually starts filming around mid-September.
Okay.
We have had Bachelors kind of pop off from Paradise before. So is this still a possibility?
I don't know. We have to watch Paradise.
By the way, Derek was actually getting a little Bachelor love after everything with Demi.
Yeah, wait till you watch tonight.
Okay.
You never know what might happen. He might be back with Demi. He might not. We never know.
We never know. Okay, well...
I'm not pulling the strings here.
Would you be the Bachelor if that was offered to you before, you know, the time came, if you're single?
I was waiting for that. I'm like, am I single? Because, like, I don't cheat, so therefore I got to be single. And if I was single, would I be the Bachelor? Like I told you last time, conversation had to take place.
Okay.
One, you know, country music is cool, but, like, I like R&B.
Okay.
So we got to have some R&B music if I were to be the Bachelor.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask, what would the vibe be on a Mike Johnson Bachelor season?
It's sexy, sensual. Oh, not the whole season, but like some day.
No, Mike, people are okay with that. We just came off Hannah's season. We just came off Windmills. Sexy and sensual's okay.
That is definitely true. That's definitely true.
Well, it would be a milestone. I mean, we've had a Black Bachelorette, Rachel Lindsay.
Correct.
Have you spoken to Rachel about that at all? About the potential and about what that would be like for you?
Rachel and I have had conversations, but not about the Bachelor, just about two people, both from Dallas originally, both on the show. And we have a mutual friend, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she give you any advice about all this? What'd she say?
Her and Jason Tartick both told me to simply be the man that my mom told me to be. And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
So you're on Paradise right now.
I am.
Are you single?
I don't know. You got to watch.
What kind of woman are you looking for?
The woman that I may or may not be with right now, and the woman that I will marry is going to... I like fierce. I like a little attitude. Like, I love Demi's little attitude at times. She can be a little bit much at times, but I love her little fierce attitude. I like a woman that can teach me. I want to grow. I'm always trying to learn something. Yeah, I want a woman that's fierce, a woman that, you know, can teach me, a woman that is goofy, wants to travel the world, open to new experiences, sexual, has spirituality. Yeah, all those things.
Okay, you said sexual again. Mike, I think we'd get a sexy season with you.
Maybe. It's a part of life. I mean, come on.
I saw your tweet the other day. What'd you say? You said something like, I just want somebody who I can like send some freaky texts to?
Yeah.
Okay, how freaky are the texts that you might or might not be sending?
It depends on our relationship, you know? It depends on how deep we are.
Okay. Sounds like you're okay with a freaky moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta be married forever, like 50 plus years. So, you know, we gotta change up some things every now and then.
Yeah, let's keep it interesting. Okay, I like it.
I like it too.
I also wanted to ask you, speaking of keeping a little flirty, Miss Hannah Brown posted this Instagram photo of herself, and it had like kind of like a sexy little top in it, and you commented something like, "Girl."
Girl. It was sexy.
It was. Well, it
she had a
made
little
me think...
underboob hanging. It was nice. It was a sexy picture.
Is there still some chemistry here?
No.
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 No feelings for Hannah?
No.
No chemistry?
No. I care about her as a person and as a good friend.
I want to ask you about some of the other drama. You mentioned Miss Demi. So Demi and Tanner got into a Twitter war. Demi and Tanner Tolbert.
Okay.
He compared her to Jed Wyatt.
Okay.
He accused her of going on to Paradise with a plan to be with someone at the end of all of it. What did you think of all that?
I think, one, that's a very good question to ask because you're going to get some juice. So kudos for you.
Thank you.
I think that Jed didn't reveal that he had someone back home until the very end. And I think that Demi revealed that she had feelings and she had been dating someone and told that to Derek in the beginning. So it's different. Mm-hmm. I do think, though, it's different.
So she was upfront about it. That's the key difference.
Yeah,
for
she
you.
was upfront.
Well, we actually did a phone interview with Tanner, and he kind of expounded on it. And he said, well, look, maybe Jed was the furthest comparison I could have gone to. Maybe I should have compared her to Blake and Hannah in that they came into Paradise with kind of an agenda, with having flirted with each other before. And he was just frustrated. He feels like on this season of Paradise, a lot of people are coming in with other relationships already, and he feels like it all should happen on the beach. So what do you think about that?
I mean, if I could talk to Tanner, I'd be like, homie, it's 2019. People have cell phones. People DM each other and text each other and slide in each other's DMs, and no one could do about that. Mm-hmm. I personally, speaking of me and myself, wasn't trying to get with someone and then see them on the beach, and that's what I'm going to stick to.
Yeah.
Is me and myself.
Well, you can slide into people's DMs. You can attend Stagecoach and meet 67,000 people.
You can. You obviously can.
And Blake kind of did that.
Hey, Blake. I don't know why he came on the show.
Is that how you feel?
How I feel about Blake is that hopefully he learns from this experience. That's how I feel.
Sounds like you don't love Blake's actions.
I think it was immature. Even if you are single, you sleep with multiple people, cool, no big deal, that's your thing. But to do that with girls that are going to be on Paradise and you're going to Paradise, that's where that was kind of the issue.
It was interesting. He seemed so shocked that everything was going so wrong for him. I was kind of thinking, Blake, what'd you expect?
You know, during Paradise, I would just literally have my little happy juice.
Yeah.
As we call it, Chardonnay and Red Bull.
Oh.
And I would walk off.
Like, what a combination.
It's delicious.
Chardonnay and Red Bull.
It's delicious.
Okay. I'm scared to try that.
It's good.
Well, like, look, you went on a date with Kaylin.
I did.
That doesn't seem to have worked out. She moves on with Dean on the show. We've seen that. But,
yes.
like, Kaylin and Blake had all this drama, and it seems like she was a person who you cared about. Okay. He ended up posting text messages between the two of them. What did you think of that move?
I didn't read the text messages at all. I don't want to know what they have, what they did. I think about that move, it was his way of trying to defend himself.
But should he have done it?
I didn't read the text messages, so I don't know what they say.
Okay. How is the cast feeling about it overall? I mean, obviously you guys form relationships and probably keep talking once filming is over. What was the general reaction to the text posting?
That's a great question as well. I think the cast feels whoever's on Blake's side is going to stay on his side. Who's ever not on Blake's side is going to continue to not be on his side.
Is all that dividing the cast a little bit?
No, I think our cast is pretty strong, and they're strong-willed, and they're just like me. I'm going to believe in what I believe in.
Yeah.
And for me, Mike Johnson, I didn't pay attention to none of it because I don't want to be a part of any of that drama.
Well, because we saw, like, I think Dean went on a podcast and he called it slut-shaming, but Christina on Instagram posted some support to Blake, so it does seem like people have different opinions on it.
See, I saw Dean say slut-shaming, but I didn't even see what Christina had posted. I literally try to stay out of it.
You're just sending freaky texts. You're busy.
Yeah, I'm just sending freaky texts if I could.
Monday night on Bachelor, we've been teased the biggest fight in Bachelor in Paradise history. How wild does this physical fight get?
Let's just say get your popcorn ready for tonight.
Okay.
Definitely so.
I mean, I didn't expect it to be Jordan getting in a fight with somebody.
How?
Like Jordan, the guy in the gold underwear. He's the one who gets in the fight.
Do you not hear Jordan? He just talks. He's like a little chihuahua, just barking.
Okay, that's fair. But how does he do? Does he, like, hold up against this guy in a fight?
Well, Christian is suave, and Jordan is a model, but I don't consider him a model. He's like...
Why not?
Well, I mean, let's talk about this, right?
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
I am not a model, right? I just take pictures with photographers. Just because someone else takes pictures with photographers doesn't make them a model, right?
Oh, so you're calling Jordan out on that?
No, I'm just saying Christian is suave, and Jordan is not a model. He's more rambunctious, right?
Okay.
And so he handles himself well.
Jordan does?
Yes.
Who would you say is the winner in this fight?
come on now. We got to leave a cliffhanger. We got to tease it.
Well, what was it like for you guys in the moment when you see this breaking out? What's going through everybody's mind? Is your jaw dropping?
Yeah, so you know the Kermit the Frog emoji?
Yeah.
Girl, see that over there? Yeah, I was definitely like,
You went on a date with Kaylin.
Yes.
She then seems to gravitate towards Dean.
Yes.
Was that hurtful for you?
I think that when I go on a date with someone and she goes on a date with someone else the very next day, it's like, damn, do I suck? But at the same time, my confidence is on 10 because not everyone's meant for everyone. Mm-hmm. That's how
Her
I feel.
and Dean seem to have a lot of chemistry. Do you think, and she said she'd been attracted to him for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you think they knew each other a little bit before Paradise?
No idea. I know that.
I bet you do know.
If I do know, you won't find out. I know that she did mention that she liked him for a very long time.
Okay. I mean, were you surprised? Did you think you and Kaylin had something?
I don't know. I mean, we just had one date. It went great.
Okay.
We did have one day. It went really good. I think that her lips curl and coil, and I think that's sexy. And that's really about it.
Well, a lot of people have been talking about Dean having a bit of a transformation. You know, last summer he was the bad boy. He was the player of paradise. Do you think Blake's really taken that title from Dean?
Blake damn sure is. If anybody were to get the title of player, I would give it to Blake.
Does he deserve it? Kevin made a comment like he's not even that good looking.
Kevin's the homie. I would say that Blake is not the best looking guy on the show, but I'm not the best looking guy on the show, right? So
Who is?
I think Dylan with a 5 o'clock shadow. If Dylan does not have a 5 o'clock shadow, it's not Dylan.
Okay.
But if Dylan has his 5 o'clock shadow, it's Dylan.
Dylan and Hannah are, I mean, they're in it now, but a lot of people have been like breaking down her facial expressions, wondering if she's as into him as he's into her. And then some of the women have said Hannah's manipulating the situation. What do you think about that?
I think that Hannah, she is so freaking sweet. Like, really, she's an incredibly sweet girl. And I feel that for some people, it's hard to hurt someone's feelings. And she's growing on camera on how to walk through letting someone down.
Yeah. Okay. Does that mean she lets Dylan down?
I have no idea.
I got to go back to the Bachelor possibility a little bit. I feel like some people are almost hoping you don't find love in paradise because they want you to be the Bachelor.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I've gotten a lot of comments about that. I'm like, damn, the point of going on Bachelor series is to find love.
Right.
Like, I just want to find love. I hope that people, if paradise is where I have found my love, I hope that people are happy for that.
Okay.
I think that all of us, to include myself, have some form of selfishness, and people have, clinged on to me and want me to be the first veteran black bachelor ever, which is freaking awesome. But for me, in my heart, I just want to find love, and I hope that people realize that.
Okay. Other candidates for Bachelor have been Peter Weber. He's been thrown out, of course. Tyler. Tyler seems to be a little busy with Gigi Hadid. Have you talked to Tyler? How is he?
Tyler's happy. Tyler's good. Tyler is pissing me off because he can eat cookies and eat all this fat food and still have a better body than me.
When you say he's happy, do you mean like he's happily in a relationship with a supermodel?
That I don't know.
Have you talked to him lately?
I have.
And what is he saying? How's he doing?
He's good. I don't ask him about his relationship status.
Really?
I don't.
Mike, how do you not ask him about, you're hanging out with Gigi Hadid, how's that going?
I think that she's a person.
Sure. A beautiful person.
Yeah, she's beautiful, she is. But what I talk to him about is, bro, what are you doing? How are you getting your abs?
Wow, okay.
That's what I talk to Tyler about.
Do you think that Tyler would be the Bachelor if that was offered to him, or is he kind of in a relationship right now?
I think that the Bachelor, like I said, I think I told you before, I think the Bachelor will be Peter.
You think? You still think that? Why?
Yeah. Based on history repeats itself, I think that Peter looks the part. I think that Peter, when he has a 5 o'clock shadow, Peter looks good too.
I love your support for 5 o'clock shadows, Mike.
Yeah, 5 o'clock shadow. That's what the world needs to be.
Okay.
I think that Peter's family is terrific. I mean, I've hung out with his brother. He's awesome. his mom, he got a little Spanish flair. I think that Peter and his family are just great.
So you support Peter for Bachelor?
If I were to choose a Bachelor, it would be Peter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say history repeats itself, what do you mean?
They have like a similar look, and I think that Peter looks like he could be the Bachelor. He looks like him and Nick Viall. That's why I'm saying it. There was an Instagram post, and it was like identical. Nick Viall 10 years ago looks identical to Peter.
Okay.
And so, just from a looks wise, that's all.
So
your brain is
well,
ticking.
I gotta be honest. We're talking about you potentially being the first black Bachelor. When you say history repeats itself, he looks like the other Bachelors. That makes me think another white Bachelor. And
see, that's perfectly fine. I wasn't thinking that.
Yeah.
I just think that he literally looks like Nick Viall.
I think he looks like Nick and Ben Higgins' baby.
Probably they should make that happen.
So you think Peter would be how as a Bachelor? Good Bachelor?
I think Peter would be a good Bachelor. I think that he would be a safe Bachelor, meaning that he won't do anything crazy, obnoxious. I think that'll be a good, safe, clean season if he were to be a Bachelor.
Okay, a safe, clean season.
Yes.
You were promising us a sexy, sensual season a minute ago.
That's if I was a Bachelor.
Okay. So Peter's going to be safe, clean. That doesn't sound as exciting.
He is going to be safe and clean because he has condoms. And he keeps them in his car. Remember
that? Keep him in his car. Yeah, he was the windmill guy, though.
He was, and he won 4 times.
Uh-huh.
Hey, that's my boy.
Okay, well, maybe sexier?
Peter's not sexier than I am.
We like the confidence. Speaking of Tyler dating Gigi Hadid, you had a potential celebrity relationship. Demi Lovato was interested in you. What happened there?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I'm on Paradise.
Okay, but Hannah told me, if I wanted to, I could introduce them. She hung out with Demi. So where was Hannah at on that?
Hannah, what's up? That's what I would say. No, I think that Hannah respects what I have going on Paradise.
Okay. So if you're single at the end of Paradise, are you going to say, Hannah, can you put me on a group text with Demi Lovato now, please?
That's a possibility, but I'm focused on the here and now.
Okay. We got a lot of Paradise drama, but you wound up in a bit of a social media confrontation not long ago. Someone came after you and said, well, that's what you did, Mike, in those comments. Somebody said you don't like women of color.
Yeah.
And you responded to that.
I did.
How did that make you feel? Why did you want to respond to that comment?
I didn't like that comment because all my queens are women of color, and I adore them. In my dating history, I've dated women of color, and that was just complete ignorance, period. And I don't like that. I'm not going to represent ignorance, especially when you call me out specifically.
Yeah.
You see how my demeanor changes? I'm like, hell no, we're not doing that. I like women of all colors, but it's going to be your personality that attracts me.
I mean, look, you guys have a lot of followers. You're something like 500,000, if not more followers. I would imagine you get some horrible comments.
Yeah.
And you can't respond to all of them.
Correct.
But with that one, it seems like you thought, no, I'm drawing a line here.
Correct. I mean, I don't look at all of them, right? It's just literally me scrolling and like, oh, that's BS. I'm going to talk to you right quick. And don't nobody say a bunch of BS just so I can respond, because I'm not. Let that be known. But to give you what you're asking, I adore and love women of color. I mean, I'm a man of color. I'm a black man. I'm proud to be a black man. And I have no problem dating a black woman, an Asian woman, a Mexican woman, a white woman. If she was green, I would definitely check her out.
Love it.
I really would, because I'm like, oh, you're a Barrett. Let me holler at you.
What?
A Barrett.
Oh.
Divulging from the norm.
Here's the thing. You have the big Mike smile, but then we've seen, with Luke P., we've seen when you can turn and you get serious.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I always liked a Mike call out. You would really call the shot on a situation.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why sexy, sensual, real.
Do you get into any more drama yourself in Paradise?
You really think I'm going to tell you that?
Do you want to tease anything more?
I will tease that. The first thing that came to my mind was the most dramatic season ever.
We're going to get a really emotional storyline, I think, continually with Demi. I mean, she's spoken to Derek about her having feelings for this woman, how she's confused. She's talked about coming out to her parents and all these really big things on the show. What was that like for you guys to be a part of in terms of Demi's journey and kind of knowing that this was sort of the first queer relationship coming to the forefront on a Bachelor show.
For me personally, I didn't think of it being a person of same sex. My thought was to immediately console Derek, because I know that he really likes Demi, and to have that situation occur, I wanted to be there for Derek.
Yeah.
I know that the majority of the cast wanted to be there for Demi, and I wanted to be there for Demi as well, but I just felt that no one would be there for Derek, and so I wanted to console Derek. Derek
has been pretty selfless and lovely in this whole situation, and Demi's applauded him on Twitter, saying how amazing he is. It seemed like a lot was thrown at him, and he really handled it really well.
That's the homie.
How emotional do things get for Demi and Derek?
That I have no problem saying, and it's a moment of ice cream and tears. I'll say that. Definitely so.
Were you guys affected by it there on the beach? I mean, Demi going through all this and talking about it, Derek, like, how did their emotions translate onto everybody else?
Quite honestly, I'm just focused on my love, so it didn't really affect me. And I personally could care less if they're same sex, opposite sex. It don't matter to me. It was 2019. Like, love somebody.
You're gonna date somebody who's green.
Hey, if she's green, I'm like, baby, let's go to the doctor first. Make sure you healthy. You healthy? Cool. Let's just do it.
I do want to just ask you one more question about the Bachelor possibility. And Rachel Lindsay talked a lot about sort of the backlash that she did get from some people horribly for being the first Black Bachelorette. She's spoken about all these things. Would you feel a pressure in being the first Black Bachelor? How would you kind of prep yourself for that if it were to happen?
Prior to going on Bachelor in Paradise and prior to the situation I'm in now, i.e. whether single or not single, after coming off of the Bachelorette season, that was bombarded with me, and I was just still thinking, like, dude, like, Hannah just, broke up with me. Like, can I grieve for a moment? But then there are times when I have felt pressure. I'm not gonna lie about it. I felt pressure. I'm a human being, people.
Yeah.
And the pressure came from, to be the first anything, you're going to get scrutinized for every little thing. Like, I've seen on my in some of the comments, oh, he's too nice. Did you not just see me call Luke out? Like, really? And then some people say I'm too mean, right? And then some people say, oh, he has tattoos. And I really don't care about none of that stuff. Like, I'm me. Oh, well. And so I had a little bit of pressure about that, but the pressure I really did have was around colorism and racism. I felt that I would get pressure from certain people's in one group and certain people's in another group, and what has helped me get over that is just I have a good supporting cast. My little sister, she's amazing, and she'll cut somebody off in a heartbeat. And then my homeboys, they're just like, yo, just find love.
Yeah.
You
got to focus on that. You're not going to please everybody.
I'm not going to please everybody. So I think that I'm a leader, and to be a leader, you're not going to please everybody. I'm not everyone's best friend.
All right, last question for you, especially after an Instagram post from the Dancing with the Stars account. A lot of people saying Hannah is going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
I did hear that.
We've seen some of her moves. How do you think she'd do?
She'll do great. Hannah is a little clumsy. I ain't going to lie. Hannah, I'm sorry. She's a little clumsy. But Hannah she's a very competitive person. She's extremely competitive. And I think that she'll give it her all. And she definitely will bust her a lot in practice.
I want to see you in the audience. I could see, like, if they had,
I would be in the audience. I'll be her #1 fan.
Yeah, doing a little move for her, maybe giving her some tips.
I was like, baby, like, you know what I'm saying? Twerk the back a little bit more right there. Throw the arms up a little bit. There you go.